And fall in, my fellow scouts, to a 4v3 third age Reforged siege battle replay today at Umbar. I am one of 3 defending armies here, and I am commanding the realm of Imladris, so Clyde, I expect 50 likes from you on this video, buddy. Moving on, if you'd like to send me to other Total War replays like this, or other Total War replays like from Warhammer 2, Rome 2, Napoleon Total War 3, just naming a few, you can post them to the links displayed in the video description below, which are my Discord ID. We can post replays to me directly, by email at scoutsomentertainment@gmail.com. There's also a link to join my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of Total War replays, including replays from Total War mods as well. I've got them all into the Battle Replay sub-channel. You will find there on the Discord. Look forward to hearing from you. You'll also find the video description below some fundraising links to support my work. It does really help out the channel and the Discord. But if you want to help out in other ways, then don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tick that bell for notifications so you stay up to date with all the latest content as it drops. And leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. And with that, let's go through my army today. So, we've got some Imladris Guardians here armoured up. We also have some Elden Spearmen here. Gwaitham Rindane armoured up. Rhun River Wards here. We've got 2 units of Norentina Warriors. Some Gwaitham Arthane. We have some Imladris Sentries. I've got 2 units of them for sure. We've got some Elden Swordmasters here. Some Archers of Rivendell, 2 units I got total. Some Spears of Rivendell here armoured up. You've got to armour up the Spears of Rivendell, guys. They're a great pike unit, but they need the armour to stay longer in the fight. We have some Godhelm NUR here armoured up, some Elden Archers, and up here we don't have anything. I'll put some units up here later on, I think. Actually, over here we have the rest of my army. We have some more Imladris Sentries, as I said, Imladris Guardians armoured, and the second unit there I talked about of Archers of Rivendell. And that brings us to my first ally today, Rhudaur, commanded by Joran. He's got 2 units here of Ettamor's Troll Hunters, some Herodane Rangers here, Foredom Javelins, and 2 units of Rhudaur Marksmen, as well as some Herodane Berserkers and Ritual Enslavers I saw before there as well. Alright, down here some Rhudaur Clansmen, it would seem, armoured up. Looks to be 2 units there, make that 3. Behind them we have 4, 5, 6 units here of Rhudaur Swordsmen, actually 5 units there total. Sorry. Outside we have somebody at the mouth here. We've got some Herodane Pikemen over here. And it looks like there's a unit outside here. Some Herodane Nobles, I think, as well here. And that brings us to my final ally today, the Wars of Erebor, commanded by Ingemar. G'day, Ingemar. He's got some Ironfoot Pikes here. We've got some 2 units now of Ironfoot Pikes. Some Ironfoot Crossbows. Axeguard of Erebor. Erebor Legionnaires, a couple of units there. Second unit of Axeguard of Erebor. Ironfoot Spears, Ironfoot Axe Throwers. Ironfoot Halberds over here. And we've got some more Ironfoot Warriors down here. 2 units there. Make that 3, and another unit of crossbows. So I don't see any Highborns of Erebor, Obsidian Guard, or Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin. A little bit strange I don't see that. Or Blacklock Engineers. Actually, I see the Dragon Slayers there now. They're hidden in that little blob there. Generals in that unit. Okay. And that brings us to the first of 5 attacking armies today. Okay, across the city and the river we find Rhun, commanded by Noob player. He's got some Dragon's Breath crossbowmen here, some Camul's Chosen Dragon's Breath cannon. I was very nervous about this. I tried to spread out my army as far as possible to try and make sure that if he did fire at me he wouldn't be able to kill too many elves. And I stationed some behind that building over there. Over down here we have some Loke Gamp Rim, 2 units there. We've got 3 units of Loke Flag Rim. And we have some Loke Rim over here. Next we have some Loke Sail Rim, 2 units there. Eastron Crossbows here, 2 units, half armoured up. They're wearing silver helmets, that's how you tell. And over here, I think that actually could be it there for Rhun. We look at Lindon, commanded by Astlander. We've got some Hard-on Infantry here, some Fallen-on Pikemen over here. Next to them, some Mython Marines here, looks to be 2 units there. Some Noldorin Blade Masters, 2 units of Mython Pikemen, and 2 units of Noldorin Guard. Pretty straightforward, easy army there, thank you Lindon. Well, we're not actually done yet, it would seem. We've got some Hard-on Guard here, we also have some Hard-on Infantry and more Hard-on Guard. And over here, some Fallen-on Pikemen and more Hard-on Infantry. Is that it there? Looks like it. Okay, that brings us to the third attacker here today, which is actually still Lindon. Okay. Some Hard-on Riders are over here. And the third attacker is Misty Mountains, commanded by MSQ2. G'day MSQ2, he is a well-known veteran of Reforged and does organise a lot of Reforged matches, so if you're keen to find a player who's pretty active on Reforged, MSQ2 is your man. Over here we have some cave trolls here, 2 units. We have some Donan clansmen. We've got some cave troll drummers here. We've got some trolls of the white hand belonging to Grizzly Fox. G'day Grizzly. He's got some white orc fearmongers here. Some Dunning veterans. Some Snugger skirmishers here, couple of units. Some mountain orc berserkers. Urkai pikes here, I'm going to guess 3 units there. 2 units of Urkai crossbow, sorry, for sure. I think maybe another unit of Dunning veterans. So he's got 2 or 3 units of those guys there. We've got some Slugger skirmishers, a couple of units there for Orcs in the Misty Mountains as well. Urkai berserkers. We've got about 4 or 5 units of Urkai infantry. I'm not going to be able to spot anything in this mess. Actually, some Nazgûl High. I can spot stuff after all. We've got some Heavy Goblin infantry, a couple of units of Heavy Goblin crossbows from memory. We've got Black Bear Mountain berserkers, Goblin King's bodyguard as well. 1 or 2 units of Goblin infantry, just for meat shield's sake. And that's all I can really remember in the Orcs in Misty Mountains army. He's got snow trolls as well. He's got snow trolls here, we just can't see them yet. And that is it there for the attackers today. So we might do a small cut here, as I do remember it took a little while for everyone to get into position before they begun their assault. And so we'll be back soon once the first arrow is fired. Alright guys, here we go. Rhun and I open things up. To be honest, I got the first shot off, so I feel pretty proud of about that. There was a grace period, and the moment Ingemar said grace period was over, Rhun and I started going at it. It's all about who fires first. But, you know, remember that my troops are not armoured up at all, whereas Rhun does wear some armour. From memory, I think Rhun has better armour stats than the Archers of Rhudaur. Archers of Rhudaur, of course, are more accurate, but he does actually take a few of my archers out, even though I started firing first. Hang on. Yeah, see, Rhun tries to go after my troops. That's why I put them there in the first place. I actually edged them closer and closer to that building because I was so nervous about that cannon. There's just, if you look around here, there's just no real place I can put them that that cannon can't reach. Except if I put them up here, behind this building here. I actually had 2 units up here before, but then the Hardened Riders started firing in. So I got my Great Arthane into shield wall formation and just faced them. So if they started firing over the ledge here, they get a couple of hits here but not do too much damage and, you know, run out of ammunition, which is what I wanted them to do anyway. I want them to run out of ammunition and not get too many kills or damage my troops too much. And you put your Great Arthane into shield wall formation, it's going to take a lot of firepower to bring them down, short of AP archers, of course. You've got AP archers, then obviously the Great Arthane, even in shield wall formation, will still fall relatively quickly. But against opponents like the Hardened Riders and pretty much most archer units, shield wall formation, your troops will last a very, very long time for sure. He's not going after any of my troops, so I was really happy that the cannon wasn't firing. I was really nervous the whole time. Didn't really want to lose any troops to that cannon. Really had to think about where I was going to put my men. Anyway, we got here Rhudaur. Looks like he's trying to go toe-to-toe here with Lindon. Astlander was firing over. He's lost a couple of Rhudaur marksmen. He's down 23 at the moment. Now, I sent some forces over here to help out Joran and Ingemar. Got my archers on the walls here ready to fire in, because, you know, elves have great range, and I saw this done in the past by other players, and it's definitely a good idea. You just got to multi out and make sure that your opponents don't bring up any decent units like the Urkai crossbows, because, you know, crossbows can still do a lot of damage to those archers on the walls here. So unless you can sort of drive the crossbows away, if you try and go toe-to-toe with units like the Urkai crossbows, then you're probably going to lose in that skirmish. So, you know, if you're going to put archers here, make sure you pick your targets and maybe fall back if you don't think you can take out the Urkai crossbows in time before they start laying into you. But if your enemy's just shooting, you know, standard arrows from archers at you, then your units up here should last a lot longer. But obviously, if your opponent has crossbows, then probably get your archers off the walls. Unless you're low on ammunition. Unless you're confident you can use all your ammunition on that ledge there before the crossbows can take you out, then leave your archers there, shoot away to your heart's content until you've got nothing left. But yeah, be mindful of crossbows, guys. They are pretty darn accurate, and the ledge will offer you pretty much no protection from them. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm firing in. Just going to try and figure out where I'm firing into. It wasn't the goblin infantry, that I am sure of. I think maybe I was trying to fire into the snag skirmishers and then the trolls here as well, trying to do some damage to them. Then I think I saw him move up his heavy golem crossbows, and I started firing over here towards them. And they are firing into the Rhudaur nobles here. Yeah, Joran's just got to watch his distance there a little bit. You can see I'm firing in this huge blob of troops here, but I am aiming for the heavy goblin crossbows. The heavy goblin infantry is just getting in the way here. They're pretty much a low to mid tier ally unit. I think more on the low side, honestly. They break pretty easily when under any real pressure and you surround them. So don't rely too much on the heavy goblin infantry if they're by themselves. Obviously they do much better when they're surrounded by friends and allies. I'm not sure what Astlander's doing with his cavalry. Maybe he's just trying to go after the Rhudaur nobles. Joran's getting some good charges there. He's taking out a few of the Lindon veterans. In hindsight, I probably should have fired onto the hard-on riders. I think I was too busy trying to focus down on the heavy goblin crossbows, because my fear was MSQ2 was going to send in these guys to fire on the dwarves, which are blocking the pass here. And we've got snagger skirmishers moving up as well. I think I switched my target soon to try and target the snagger skirmishers and try and drive them back. The dwarves' Achilles heel, after all, are javelins and axe throwers, and we know the attackers today have a lot of them. So I'm really hoping I start firing soon, because he's about to lay into Enigma here, MSQ2. Now, this isn't so much about killing them as it is about doing damage. Dwarves have good armor, but MSQ2 is trying to soften them up. He's also got his Urkai crossbows here trying to provide some support, which was definitely good to see. But it wasn't taking them down fast enough. You can see here I'm trying to help, but it's a bit slow. He's also got his Urkai crossbows here. And so I sort of start trying to alternate between Urkai crossbows and snagger skirmishers. Now, hang on, what's going on over here? Okay, Rhudaur nobles have sallied out again. That fire's coming from the hard-on riders here. And got some friendly fire there from me, I think, as well. Rhudaur nobles there, unit of 17 broke, and Joran was absolutely crushed when that happens, and I can understand his pain. I think anyone can understand his pain. That's an expensive unit there that he's lost, and it's beyond his control now. He can't save it. They got caught here and they're being carved up. 17 fell in less than 20 seconds. That is tough to watch. Nothing you can do about it. Okay. Meanwhile, it looks like Rhun and I were just sort of firing at each other for a little bit. I tried to hold my fire from time to time. Didn't try and lay into him too much. I spent a bit of ammunition taking down that unit here. As did he trying to take me out. But over here is where the battle is at the moment. Snagger skirmishers and Urkai crossbows still firing into us. I think actually my archers Rhudaur there ran out of ammunition. And so I had the idea here to use my archers Rhudaur as a meat shield to try to absorb all this fire that was coming Enigma's way. It seemed like a good idea at the time. My archers of Rhudaur with no armour and no attack upgrade won't do a whole lot, and so I thought they would serve a better purpose here, trying to absorb a lot of that fire intended for the dwarves. And as you can see here, the guys are taking it. And I was actually a bit surprised with how fast I was losing my guys. I mean, there was a lot of fire obviously coming in his way here. Because I lost this unit in a minute or two. But, you know, the plan obviously worked. My troops were dying, which means his wasn't dying, which is good to know at the time. We've got crossbows here returning fire. And I got another unit up here of 19 warriors. So basically I was just sort of feeding archers Enigma's way here to provide some cover. Try and put some pressure here on the attackers so they couldn't just freely fire into us through this hole here, because that was pretty much their strategy, to try and soften up the defense here before they only try to assault the choke point. But you know, I've got this rule where you can only fire into a unit for so long before you have to switch targets, because you spend too much ammunition just trying to kill one or two troops and it's not worth it. It becomes counterproductive to continue to fire in. They're a bigger fish to fry like a full unit here of heavy golden crossbows. Okay, so as I'm firing. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm trying to fire into the heavy golden crossbows. They retreated, they're falling back. And Grizzly Fox here is turning his Uruk crossbows to face me. I've drawn his ire. And as you can see here, my archers of Rhudaur, which was a unit of about 65, is now down to 27. Still got those units here to support the defense. We got the Lake room there, still 20. Rhun hasn't really moved my way that much. We've got Rhun and Rise here, I think, firing into Joran. Don't know if it's unopposed or not. We've got some Rhudaur marksmen here. Okay, they're firing that direction. Not the direction of the Hard-on Riders. Just want to go and check something. I noticed this during the battle. A bit late. Okay, it's happening. Yeah, Noob player is moving his Dragon's Breath cannon. We'll come back to that later. Okay, Ingemar charged out his Ironfoot warriors. I think there's a response here to me charging out my archers of Rhudaur. My intent was to chase off the snugger skirmishers from Grizzly Fox. Anointed warriors are still firing into him at the moment. And I thought this was a golden opportunity to continue to fire in, because we've got tons of cave trolls here now. I think maybe I switch targets soon. Doing damage to trolls which are this much bunched up is a target too good to miss. Look at all those trolls. That's why you don't mess with the trolls when they're charging at you. If you can shoot them from a distance, then by all means mess around with them as much as you want. But it does look like Grizzly Fox and MSQ2 are thinking about charging in very soon. He's sending in the Dungeon Veterans. Now, I sort of question why MSQ2 did this. I mean, he's stacked up here a full unit of Snark Skirmishers here, right before my Norrentina Warriors. I know I got Uruk crossbows right here on the left shooting at my Norrentina Warriors, and I'm down to what now? 45? But it was just... this was just too tempting, and this can do a lot more damage than the 40 crossbowmen. All these Snark Skirmishers here, so... I sort of alternate my targets a bit. I try to spread out my forces to try and improve my survivability here a little bit longer. Doesn't help too much, but at this stage I don't think my 19 warriors have too much ammunition left. And so my idea here is to try to expend the ammunition and then send them into the fight after that. And remember, those Uruk-hai crossbows are firing at me, not the dwarves. Which definitely helps them out a bit. We have killed a lot of Snagger skirmishers here. And some Uruk-hai crossbows. And heavy goblin crossbows. And I think when I see him send up the troll drummers, I start firing into them. Obviously the morale boost, I want that gone. It'll improve the odds of enemy troops breaking faster, obviously without their presence. So yeah, I think I used the last of my ammunition just trying to do damage and kill these guys as best I can. Okay, Uruk-hai crossbow still moving up, but maybe try and get a better target, or try to fire a Joran around the corner here. One of the two. Okay, it looks like Astlander sent one unit across. Okay, Dragon's Breath Cannon has reformed and he's positioned it there. We got a big blob here of Rhudaur troops. Potentially, he could be just trying to get Joran to bunch up his forces before he fires in the cannon. I think the cannon is safe to fire into the Rhudaur swordsman, and it'll take out pretty much the entire unit if he does fire into him right now. One good shot here would get all the kills and break that unit, I'd say. Noob player kind of goes dormant for a little bit. He hasn't really moved since we last saw him. And since I sort of keep sending over units of archers. As one runs out, I send another one over, you know. I'm keeping an eye on Rhun, of course, the whole time. I don't think I did this on purpose here, but it had the added bonus of breaking that unit. That wasn't intentional. Ooh, that was really lucky that I didn't realise how close my troops came to being fried. Oh no, this unit here ran out of ammunition. I think I sent over a second unit of 19 warriors, maybe. Just gonna double check that, see if that's true or not. Here's my unit of 19 warriors. Got my gold helm and my elderly archers still here. And we also have some iron-foot spears here from Ingemar. Just sort of blocking the pass because of those Harlem riders, you know. Alright. Come back over here. I send in my Imladris Guardians. Because I see an opening here in the line. And my idea here is to charge in my Imladris Guardians, get him into the ranks of the Snagger skirmishers to stop them from basically firing into the wars at their leisure. Crossbows are trying to fire in, but we're just not taking them down fast enough. I mean, the crossbows here do a lot of damage and they're a great unit. I was kind of surprised that the Snagger skirmishers weren't going down that fast under crossbow fire, you know. It just doesn't seem plausible. Crossbow should shred these units. But my unit here is getting caught on the Lindon veterans, which obviously is not good news. And thankfully, Ingemar finds a way through and gets his unit, gets his iron-foot spears here into the ranks of the Snagger skirmishers, just as that unit of Lindon veterans crests the hill. And so I turn my attention here on the Lindon veteran unit in front of me. Now we're outflanking these guys. We got Ingemar attacking them head on. Got my unit outflanking them on the left, and you can just see how quickly we're carving them up. And our goal here is to destroy this unit before reinforcements arrive, so we can just push the forward here and try to intercept and destroy the Snagger skirmishers that are firing into us right now. We can't just stand by and let them shoot at us. They'll weaken us, and we need those units for later. So Snagger skirmishers are trying to fire. Thankfully they're not firing too much. I think they've got some sort of line of sight issue. which is a little bit surprising. You know, we're almost through this unit here. Okay, they broke. Okay, who we got here coming up? We've got some heavy goblin infantry moving in. We've got some Urkai berserkers. I was surprised that Grizzly Fox committed the Urkai berserkers when I saw them on the front lines here. That was a little bit weird to see them committed so soon. I still don't send in my matter of sentries, not for a little bit. Okay, so those games just continue to fire in. I really thought this was a good combination here. A matter of soldiers with the dwarves of Erebor. It's a formidable war machine. And Enigma actually texted me here and said, try to reform your troops. And so I do that, but at the same time, looking back, it didn't seem like a good idea, because in my attempt to reform, my troops are turning their backs to the enemy, and I lost about 7 to 8 soldiers in my attempt to reform. I did reform them, and it did seem to actually help in the long run, but I was losing men at the time, and I'm still a bit torn whether or not I should have done that. Urkai berserkers are no joke. We've got here Ironfoot pikes, I think down to 19 that unit. So, you know, I think the Stagger skirmishes had a bit to do with that. If you have a look at here at the bodies that have fallen, all these troops here were killed by the Stagger skirmishes mostly. A couple was from crossbows, but definitely most were from the skirmishes of Orcs in Misty Mountains and Isengard. He's got the cave trolls here hovering in the background. We've got Ironfoot axe throwers, I think, firing in, which is great to see. Ironfoot axe throwers doing a lot of damage here to the trolls. They're also getting caught on the heavy goblin infantry, which isn't that good. Looks like he's thinking about sending in some axe guard to Erebor. Let's just go and have a quick look over here. Okay, so Noob player sent over that unit of Leknarim, and I just laid into him with my Godhelm and UR and Elden archers, like one volley or two volleys, you know, and that broke him and forced him back, which is good. I tell you, I actually thought this was a great combination during the battle. Godhelm, NUR, Elden archers, if you get those two units firing on one target, it's absolutely glorious to see, and your opponent will definitely fall before you. It's a deadly combination, one of the deadliest combinations I think you can use in Reforged, because the Godhelm here will basically stun your infantry unit that you're shooting at. At the same time, the Elden archers will provide additional fire, additional damage that will actually kill the troops on the ground. And the Godhelm NUR stuns the unit, prevents it from, half the unit at least, from firing at you, and does decent damage as well. And other Elden archers just sort of act as that second sledgehammer that knocks your opponent down, and he's out for the count. I mean, if you use the Godhelm NUR, I reckon, on Elden archers or your unit like the Black Bear Mountain Berserkers, King, I can't remember, but Goblin King's Bodyguard, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. But if you use those two units against a unit like that, then that one's going down absolutely for the count. That's a combination I can highly recommend if you want to take out a particular unit that you think is a grave threat to your army. I'll try and show you an example of that later. Urkai berserkers still fighting away. Down to 35. You notice the Snagger skirmisher fire has dried up, at least for now. I don't know if I stopped sending over archers yet. I think I sent over one more unit. Alright, it is 24 to 24 right now. Yeah, so right now our defense is too powerful. We're not going anywhere. We're actually moving forwards, which is good to see. Stargate Skirmish is here down to 52. Or is it a fresh unit here? That's heavy goblin infantry. Yeah, 31 now. I'm still holding back my Imladris sentries. And we've got a couple of Stargate Skirmishers throwing their jabbies over. High-foot Axar is unfortunately out of ammunition. Okay, Noob is sending over his Dragon's Breath cannon, but it's been destroyed by something. Possibly the catapult. I know we have at least one catapult, at least I thought we did. Just trying to have a look. Trollshire Axos actually might have taken it out. I half wonder if we actually brought a catapult. I don't remember seeing one fired from our side. Yeah, well, no player's still not attacking me here yet. I think I'll do something soon here. Alright, now I see the cannon there eventually, and I realise that he's actually lining up his cannon, and he's got a great angle here on my Great Thumberindane, Imladris sentries, and Elden Sword Masters. And it, you know, I don't think he doesn't manage to fire, unfortunately. For you guys, of course, you'd love to see that. But fortunately for me, he doesn't fire. I see it just in time, and I scramble to get my troops out of here. But if he had fired, he could have absolutely destroyed all three units in a single blow. That's how deadly the Dragon's Breath cannon can be. Thankfully, Joran sends over forces here and puts him under a bit of pressure. But I don't know if he realised that that target was available to him. But I saw that and I absolutely panicked. Got my Northern warriors here. I think I'm firing into the huge bunch of trolls here, and heavy goblin crossbows as well. You just can't miss. You got targets here from Goblin King's bodyguard to cave trolls to heavy goblin crossbows. It's an archer's dream to fire into 3 elite units all at once. I think I send over my Imladris sentries in a minute when I see all the trolls being committed here. Because it looks like we got MSQ2 going for a big almighty push. So far, Dwarves holding strong. My Imladris Guardians have been destroyed, unfortunately. Yep, here comes my Imladris sentries. And I think I'm sending over my Elden Sword Masters now. I am. Okay, Lightning Rim here, 93. I wonder if I do anything about that. Thought I did. Anyway. I'm racing over my Elden Sword Masters. Got Rhun on guard over here, but I think I ignored them. And I send them straight towards the Dragon's Breath artillery crew to try and help out. So Joran's trying to plug this gap here, make sure the enemy doesn't get through here. My troops are coming in. No other supporting unit there, no javelins, no archers from the enemy coming over the bridges to shoot at us anyway. Alright, looks like we've got a new player committing his Select Room to the bridge, and I thought that was too good an opportunity to pass up. And I start firing in with my God Helm and my Elden archers. And because they're confined, or sorry, contracted because of the bridge, these guys are falling very quickly. They were 93 a second ago, you recall. Down to 52. Down to 36. I think I stopped firing in very soon. Down to 14. Yeah, I stopped firing then. Let's see how quick that was. And I didn't waste too much ammunition on them. Okay, Sons of Joran are down here. I didn't know they were actually here. I thought they were up top before. Let's have a look. See how the battle has gone over here. Looks like all the trolls are either dead or gone. Yeah, all the cave trolls here, and maybe all the snow trolls are gone now too. Well, they fell fast. Right now, 38 to 36. Those Stargate skirmishers, they're back. There's MSQ2's general. We've got some Uruk-hai pikemen coming over that way. Alright. There's my Norrentuna warriors. So MSQ2 has pretty much gone all in here. He's shown his cards. It looks like Ingemar's sending over reinforcements. Our left flank is looking pretty weak, mainly because of the Mountain Orc Berserkers, which are AP, I believe. He's doing his best to break through. He's almost through. And we've got Joran here committing his Witch Rum and Slavers here, so he's committed his best troop, best unit here. Just taking a quick look here. Looks like Noob player's thinking about sending over more troops soon. I'm sending over some Elden Spearmen. Because I think, yeah, at this point, Joran called for reinforcements, I believe. We've got Rhudaur clansmen here, unit of 9. Not doing too much. The Dragon's Breath artillery crew is pretty much gone. I've got troops here outflanking the crossbows. I don't think the Nazgûl higher here. I think it's just the commander there. Is that from the Herodane Ranges? Wardens of Elasterion. Okay, I half wondered if he did have those. I didn't know about that until just now. $44 to $43. Okay, Harlan infantry across the bridge almost. Sons of Joran over here, my, they're getting around. Rhudaur clansmen squaring off here with the Uruk-hai infantry. Clans looking pretty strong, not going anywhere in a hurry. Oh, then we saw us just doing alright on the flank. Down to 31 there. I think I've got my units over here now. Got my Great Marine over here. Sending over my best unit. We committed a lot to this defense. I don't know, what would you guys do about those snugger skirmishes? We killed one unit, another one just seems to pop up. We've got 2 units here firing into us. From Isengard and Orcs in the Misty Mountains right now. I'm kind of hoping the dwarves absorb a lot of that fire. My elves get in there soon. Yeah. Carve him up. Back on down owning the berserker there. The black pack, not the mountain. And there's the mountain owning the dwarf there. Now, I've got my elderly archers, I think, in shield wall formation here. Okay, so we're pushing out again. Now, obviously, you've got to be careful with this. I think you can push out as far as to the beginning of the mouth here. And the trolls aren't dead. I thought they were dead. I spoke too soon. And to be honest, during the battle, I saw my elderly spearmen. I looked at them, they were pretty much a full unit. And then I come back to them and they're almost gone. I'm thinking, geez, what the hell happened to them? And I just assumed it was the snugger skirmishers that did it to him. But it doesn't look like that was the case. It looks like it was his army of trolls. Which isn't a big surprise. Okay, so either Joran or I there killed Isengard's general, which is good. Would have preferred that to be the Orcs and Misty Mountain general, to be honest. Because this is where their big attack is right now. My elderly spearmen are doing me proud, despite all those damn trolls. Now remember, we fought the cave trolls for a long time. I fired into them for a long time. Just watch briefly and see how well they go, how long they last. You know, a few has fallen already. This is a little bit surprising, I think, from MSQ2 to send in the cave troll drummers. They're not really known for their attack. Usually they're supposed to be used for their attack as a last resort. Their primary function is to boost the morale of the troops around them. And maybe MSQ2 has thrown them into the fray too early. This is not good. I've got some good crossbow fire coming in here, attacking my Great Marine. So we'll check over here. Okay. So I've got some spears from Rhudaur here, and some Black Flag Rim. Oh, I just want to come back to this briefly here. Alright guys, we're back. Let's see what I was talking about with the Eastern crossbows. This is where I started firing on these guys with my God Helm and elderly archers at the same time. My God Helm is actually shooting upwards right now. So unfortunately I'm not getting that stun effect that I was talking about. When that happens, I'm doing damage, but I'm not getting that stun effect. Now there's usually like 123 men in this unit. And I got them down to 70 before they fired a shot. We're down to 50 here, 45. As I said, the combination between the God Helmet you are and Elderly Archers is one that you gotta love. It's definitely a combo I personally will try to use more often to try and kill down a unit, to try and kill a unit much faster. Alright guys, let's go to the... Alright guys, let's go back to the battle. So I hope that was fun for you guys. Meanwhile, my forces here, battling away against the Lake Flag Rim. I think a couple of units of them here, in fact. My Spears from Rhudaur, Imladris Guardians here. They're owning Rhun right now. $59 to $60 in favour of us. You don't mess with the elves. Okay, there you go. MSQ2's general has fallen there at the tip end of a pike. Jeez, that commander's just getting hit in the back by the Rhun warrior. Oh my god, Helm's firing overhead here. I think I'm shooting into the Dragon's Wrath Guildsman.
It is coming for us.
Just trying to take out the Dragon's Wrath Guildsman. Everyone just sees the Dragon's Wrath Guildsman and immediately wants to try and take them out. Here comes my second unit of Imladris Sentries. I'm trying to stack the deck here against Rhun. Alright, he's falling back here because he's got his Eastron crossbows that he wants to fire into me. But I pursue him. I'm caught out here in the open. My only choice here if I want to try and make some impact with these units is to charge forth and try and close the gap between my army here and the Eastron crossbowmen. If I fall back, then these crossbows are going to be shooting me in the back as I retreat. I'm going to lose a ton of men and not even be able to use them in the fight. So I'm running everything I can over here as quickly as possible. Got my Great Arthane moving up and some Brunei rewards as well. Now at this point of the battle that I sort of have to get going soon, so I launched an attack on Rhun to try and help my team out before I go. Got my Great Rindane over here still in the front lines. Got here 65 to 66. Trolls the right hand and Urukai Pikes moving up. Nazgûl High battling away against us. Gratham Rindane here against the Nazgûl High. So we're doing okay there. We've got some Erebor Legionnaires moving up to support the defense. Lindon's continuing their attack. We've got some Rhudaur swordsmen here that could charge forth and outflank the Mithlond pikemen in a hurry. I don't know why Joran isn't charging into either the Northern Guard or the Mithlond pikemen, other than the fact that his attention might be elsewhere. We are fighting on multiple fronts at this point. But there was a good opportunity there to charge into the flank of either unit there. It'd probably be better for him to charge into the Mython pikemen. He'll kill them faster because they have less armor, and obviously they're fighting in one direction, and they can't fight in two directions. That's not how a pike unit really operates. You'll throw them out of whack, and just help them take him out faster. So basically I'm trying to push in. We've got some eastern crossbows I'm trying to get my troops into. What's this? Who's shooting into me? Warden's Velasterion. I don't know if they're out of ammunition or not. Oh, Eastern crossbows here down to 99. (74 to 73). But Northern Blade Masters here. Yeah, despite the fact I've got troops and they're carving them up, I'm not killing them fast enough. Lindon's also here with some Mython pikemen, trying to fight against me, push me back. So Noob's trying to fall back a bit here. So Dragon Dragon Guildsman. Crossbows are over there. Northern Guards moving in. I'm still trying to fight my way through that. I've gone all in over there. Over here we've got some heavy wall and crossbows that looks like firing into us. Marindane, are we down to the last troop? No, I've got 5 left. Now it's got high down to 29. Here comes the Dragon Slayers of Erebor Mithrin, they should be alright there. Don't know what Joran's up to at the moment. We've got some Froden Javelins here, don't know if they have ammo. Looks like they do. But Etemor's Tronters over there as well. But I don't know why they don't charge around and throw their javelins into the backs of the Northern Guard. Yeah, that's what the Frodham javelins will do. Okay, I killed Lindon's general there. That's cool. Alright, they're facing their backs right now. No, they're going to charge into him. They had javelins there. I don't know why they didn't try and charge. We got Harridan Pikes over here. We got some Mython Marines somehow behind me. I don't know how that happened. My troops are still here. Maybe they just charged them through. It is 81 to 80 right now. Northern Blade Masters down to 41. There goes my general. Wow. Jeez, all those elves there breaking at once as soon as that happens. Don't see that every day. The elves are doing so well until my general fell. And at this point I'm pretty much out. And now it's all up to Erebor and Rhudaur. He's rolling over Isengard here. We've got here 83 to 81. But over here, that's me admitting defeat. We've got some heavy golem crossbows just running around outside there for some reason. Yeah, there's my Rhun down there broken, running away. 83 to 81. Sometimes it just really feels like the wars are moving in slow motion. Now they are winded. I don't know how the Orc crossbows are fighting as long as they are without breaking. Nice volley there from the Snagger skirmishers. Snagger skirmishers there, 91 and broken. Alpha Warriors probably need to pursue and get into the heavy golem crossbows there. The dwarves just need to fall back. Try and force the goblins in close. Up here we've got some Heritage Rangers here with ammunition still. That's good to see. We've got Lindon and Rhun moving up. You should see the Heritage Rangers firing now. They're pretty bunched up. Come on, Joran, fire in. They're right there, buddy. He's not firing. He's going after the Mython Marines there because they have javelins themselves. That makes sense, but the Heritage Rangers could be firing to these guys right now. Oh, this is going to hurt. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I think he's firing into the Eastern crossbows now. Yeah, he is.
We're under attack.
I'm going to charge out, and that's exactly what he's doing. 84 to 84. Let's go and check out Ingem's progress over here. I think he's falling back. I think it's safe to say that they won that fight. We got one Roman Slaver here still alive. That's pretty cool. And one Erebor Legionnaire. Looks like Ingem's called him back, I don't know. Yeah, he's moving away. But maybe Joran can use this guy as a stealth fighter. Charge into the backs of unsuspecting crossbows and destroy them. The lone Roman Slaver. Got Unfoot Warriors moving over there towards Joran. Heritage Rangers here. They're busy firing into something. Targeting the Loke Flag Rim. And now the Loke Gamp Rim. Come on, Rangers. Okay, firing into the Loke Scion Rim here now. Maybe the light game brim shut him down. It does look like that's what's happened. For a second I thought they didn't just shut them down, they butchered them. But it looks like some escaped. Mython Marines firing in. 86 to 86 here. Javelins continue to fire in, that's going to really hurt us. That fire needs to stop. It's always painful when you see javelins come into your forces, especially when you need those forces to live as long as possible. Javelins can really dash those hopes quickly. How are these guys be firing for? Jeez. Rhudaur's doing alright. Rhun's troops are starting to fall. Those damn javelins just won't stop. Go away. Is that the rich woman's slaver? No, he died before he could see. Okay. Dragon Slayer's Erebor standing by in the background. Just trying to see whether there's any... Okay, there's no any troops coming this way. Why was he trying to go around the long way with these heavy going crossbows? Like, where are these guys off to? What the hell happened here? Alright guys, we're back. We've got the dwarves here fighting the unit of trolls of the White Hand and Dungeon Clansmen. This is that patch of troops you saw outside the walls that were all killed and dead. This was the unit that I think was holding the pass here before. From memory, yeah. They were guarding this area against the Hulman Riders. And Ingemar sallied them out. Unfoot Spears here down to 40. Trolls of the White Hand here down to 7. And Clansmen's down to 100. I think Isengard will succeed here. Yep, he's defeated the dwarves. And yeah, he's going to kill them all. Alrighty, back to the battle. Alright, goblin crossbows over here, trying to fire way into the city. Didn't think there was a way in there. I probably will times 2 speed it, guys. It is getting pretty grindy. There's only so much we can actually show and talk about it here. Got Mython Pike moving up. Momentum appears to be swinging Rhudaur's way here. Who's that down there? Okay. So what's left of some East-Run crossbows. Northern Blade Masters and Camille's Chosen going on a flanking mission. They're going to come through that little archway there. Joran does have troops standing by. But the Heritage Rangers have got to move out of the way. I think Joran sees that. He's getting ready to receive those guys once they come through that archway there. Yeah, he's definitely going to face them. Oh, Clansmen have been up. Surprised he still has Clansmen at this stage of the battle. $91 to 88. Is there anyone here fighting? No, Dragon Slayers and Heritage Berserkers are all here. And there's an Order and Blade Masters. Alone. It's taken Rhun a little while here to get his troops up. Crossbows still, well, Dragon's Wrath crossbows still have ammunition, which is an issue. Cannon Rangers here firing into the Oak Siren down below. Don't think that's really worth it. I'm really getting a lot of kills there. Myth and Pikemen have that glitch where they're fighting backwards. That's good news there for Rhudaur. Okay, Lindon's just sorted that glitch out. Kind of looks like Rhudaur's being pushed back up the hill here. Oh no, no, it's a Rhudaur marksman, okay. So Harridan Rangers. No other troops are here in the area, this is it. 94 to 90. It's only a matter of time before they break through. Okay, looks like Ingemar and Joran are going to make the last stand here in this little house. Okay. Forces here just waiting for the other allies here to break through. Then sandwich and attack them from both sides to be done with it. Harridan Rangers should be trying to find an opening here to shoot through while they can. Like they could have been standing here to fire straight into the flank of the enemy. The opportunity to use them for that was there. And that's just a bit unfortunate. Here comes the Northern Blade Masters. Time 16 now to the end. This is Dragon's Wrath crossbows. Well, there you go. Harridan Berserkers there managed to stop the Dragon's Wrath crossbows from firing. Oh, who was that? I thought I saw a shot there. Oh, that was from the Dragon's Wrath Guildsman, okay. Yeah, they're reloading. They're trying to shoot at the broken dwarves. I guess it makes the Dragon Slayer's job a little bit easier. 93 to 99. Alrighty, that's a bit unlucky for our team here, but well done to Noob Player on 6 to 81, Astlander 1648, and MSQ2 1144, and finally Grizzly Fox here on 1449. I got 2005 here, Enigma 2201, and Joran here 2027. And Kikans here for the God Helm got 136, Elderly Archers here 198, Laurentino Warriors here 135 and 147 respectively, Archers of Rhudaur here 109, and our Sentries here range from 86 to 177, Eldemi Swordmasters 148, Spears of Rhudaur 131, Archers of Rhudaur 129, Eldemi Spearmen here 129. That's pretty good, despite the fact I thought they went down very quickly, but they still got a few kills here regardless. And finally, Notice Guardians here range from 95 to 161, and that is that. So, thank you to all players that participated in this battle. Once again guys, if you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, you can send them to the links in the video description below, which are my Discord ID, by email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com, and there's the invite link to join my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of total replays you have to the Battle Replay sub-channel you will find there. So Scouts of Entertainment signing off, dismiss my fellow Scouts, catch you in the next Total War battle.